Good morning. In the last video, we start with the HTML and we discuss about the structure of the HTML web page, some important terminologies involved in the HTML like HTML, sun, www and browser. Now, in today's video, we are continuing with the HTML and starting with the basic tags. Basic tags, we have already discussed about the tags. What is the meaning of the tag? So, basic tags in the HTML are font, bold, underlining, pre-tag, sub-tag, H12, H6 tags and p-tag, etc. Basically, these are the tags which we oftenly use for writing our web page, simple web page. Now, one by one, we have to discuss all these tags as well as their attributes also. Suppose in a web page you want to give a heading, information technology. Information technology is the heading you want to display on your web page. So there should be some terminology, some facility should be there in the HTML that display your HTML, and naturally it should be something having the width of the height of bigger than the normal content, and maybe the content of the web page are normally of the 12 pitch of the font size, and these are suppose 24 font size. Now, because unlike of the usual word, cannot change the web page like font size and font width. Whatever in the web page we have to alternate or the customize is have to be used by the tags only. There are some dedicated tags for the such operation. H1, that is heading 1, 2, H6. These are some tags which are normally used for the giving headings. H1 tag is having the highest width, H6 is having the lowest width of the title heading. Heading or title may be same thing, because the title tag is already been assigned for the some web page title, so we are now having the new name as a heading. Don't get confused with the title or the heading. Both are the tags but having the different significance. If you write information technology on the top of the web page and you have to give the maximum height of this particular text, then what you should do, you should write H1 tag and then write information technology. And because it is again a pair tag, so this tag should also have to be close, because it is a, now again you want to write some text also but with the some smaller width, so you can use H2 HJ Bhava. It is the name of our institute, and it should also be, our purpose is to just display but with the smaller width of the in comparison to the information technology. Again Another heading is to be given as class number. The topic number of the class may suppose 3. H3 is similarly we can give up to the 6 heading will be H6 heading will be the smallest heading, and H1 will be the biggest or the widest heading. Of this content will be on your web page: information technology, then H2 is having HJ Bhava, then class, then date, some special note. It is H6, H1, H2, H3 because it is reducing in the size, and it is H4, H5, and again some page number H6. So these 6 heading tags are useful for the giving the heading on a web page. Now, one important thing which to be remember, that any HTML web page is to be designed as a text, purely text file in the notepad or some other entities are there, sublimes, maybe your Visual Studio Code. It is a familiar, now it is very frequently used, Visual Studio Code. In the programming also it is very useful. Sublime is a dedicated software for the HTML because it is having a very colorful presentation. So if you don't have any particular this such type of editor, then you notepad is sufficient, and it is always available in the Windows system, previously loaded. No need to install it and no need for borrowing this particular software. It is already available in the Windows 7, Windows 8, or any version of the Windows. So you open notepad, giving the title of a particular web page, suppose tutorial 1 is your web page heading. But the important thing, the mandatory thing is that you have to assign its extension as HTML. It is mandatory. Otherwise, your browser will not consider it as a web page and will not be executed on the browser. So it is essential that whatever you are the name giving to the web page file, but it is essential that HTML extension should also be accomplished. It is extension, the extension is like just you say dog, you say XLS. You all these all are the extension. TXT, these are the extension for TXT. So HTML is like the extension, but this suggests that the web page will be executed in the browser. No need for installing any particular software. Only the browser and notepad is sufficient for designing and as well as executing any web page in the HTML. So we discussed the H1 to H6 tag, but maybe somewhere you are having any paragraph encounter with you while you have to put up in a web page. Paragraph means it is a consisting of the line up to the enter. The new paragraph is encountered. New paragraph is encountered while the enter is key is pressed. Enter key is pressed. So if there is a story and you have to write in a particular web page, this story is consisting having 4 and 4.4 and half lines. This is basically a paragraph. Now, if we had at one line title, then we had the H1 or H6 up to the H6 tag. But as far as the group of the lining is concerned, it is called paragraph, and paragraph is to be demonstrated, paragraph is to be presented in a HTML using the P tag. P is again a para tag. P is starting over here, P is ending over here. That means the whatever you are writing within these two tags is the paragraph. In the next video, we will discuss about the another remaining 4 or 5 tags which are essential for the basic tags of the HTML designing.